Hey there, welcome back. It's James here, and in this video, we're going to pick up where we left off, talking about strings. And this will be the final video, at least for now, when it comes to strings. So what I wanted to talk about here was just two simple concepts. The first one is something called string concatenation, and the second one is going to be formatting or using a format method with our strings. So I'm going to delete everything on the screen. I'm just going to run so I get a clean console over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type couple of variables. So greeting equals hello, and name equals James. And now what I'm going to do is create another variable. This was going to be called user greeting equals, and I'm going to say greeting, which is my first variable here, plus double quotations, space, double quotations, and these could be single or double, like with any string. This is just a string. String happens to be a space and nothing else, plus name. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print user greeting so you can see what that actually prints. But before I run it, I want you to try to stop and think what you think this is going to print out. Just give it some thought. Let's see the answer. Hello, James. So what's actually happening here is obviously I'm taking greeting. I'm assigning it a value of hello, which is a string. I'm creating a variable called name. I'm assigning it a value of James. And then I'm creating a new variable called user greeting. And I'm assigning it a value of greeting plus a space plus a name. All three of these are strings. Greeting is a string, hello. Space is just another string. And name is a string of James. So literally what the program is doing is it's just putting them all together. So it's basically adding them together, if you will. So user greeting is hello, space, James. So if I change this to goodbye and change this to Tim, and I ran the same program, goodbye, Tim. All right, that's string concatenation. We could also do something even simpler to demonstrate this same thing. If I print hello plus space plus James. And if I print that, you can see it prints hello, James. If I don't add the space in the middle and I just say hello plus James, it's going to run it, it's going to print it, and it's going to be mushed together because I don't have a space there. Simpler way to solve that would just be to include the space at the end of hello like that. Next, I want to talk about something called the format method. And the format method, it looks a little bit more complex, but it works just like any other method inside of Python. So I'm going to go ahead and type out an example. I'm going to say oranges, which is a variable, equals 3. Of course, that's an integer. I'm going to say price equals 209, which is a float. These are data types that we talked about in the data type video, and we're going to go into more detail on these in future videos. Then I'm going to say total equals oranges times price. I'm going to say message equals you purchased. I'm going to use this open curly bracket, close curly bracket, pounds of oranges for open curly bracket, close curly bracket per pound. Your total is open and close curly brackets, dot, and then double quotations to end that string. Now I can print that just as it is. And if I run it, you can see it just has the curly brackets in there because right now they're inside of those quotation marks, which means they're part of the string. But what I can do is I can use these as placeholders for variables. And the way that I do that is to simply add a dot format at the end, like this. And this is a method, and methods have the open and close parentheses. Inside these parentheses, I'm going to enter what I want to show up in these three spots. So for example, if I put 1, 2, 3, and I print it now, it's going to say you purchased 1 pound of oranges for 2 per pound, your total is 3. Because I said 1, 2, 3. The 1 replaced this one, the 2 replaced this placeholder, and the 3 replaced this placeholder. So what we could also do, which makes more sense, is we could say you purchased blank pounds of oranges. Well, how many pounds have we purchased? 3. So I'll say oranges, which is my variable. for blank per pound? Well, we said the price was $2.09, so let's put price here. And then we said your total is blank. Well, we have a total variable, so let's add total there. And now if I run this, it says you purchased 3 pounds of oranges for $2.09 per pound. Your total is $6.27. And that's what we want. Now, if we change this, let's say that I purchased 10 pounds of oranges. Let's say that they were on sale for $1.49. I run it. You purchased 10 pounds of oranges for $1.49 per pound. Your total is $14.90. All right. And that's the format method. That's going to come in really handy as we move throughout this video series. So with all that being said, this is where I'm going to wrap things up when it comes to strings. In the following video, we'll move on to the next data type I want to cover, and that's called an integer. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure to leave me a comment below. This is James with LearnToCode.cc, and as always, thanks for watching.